So normally our trailer would be 3, maybe 5 minutes.
3 5-minute trailer?
It's 35 minutes long. Make some noise, right?
The Tekken World Tour 2022 Finals came to a close over the weekend, but Harada and Mike Murray had a Tekken 8 system showcase with a ton of new info on the new mechanics. I hope to simplify and break down and give my thoughts on everything we've seen so far since the first trailer. And with that being said, let's get it. First up, the Rage system. Rage is indicated by this line here, rather than the color difference that they have in Tekken 7. Also, this is the first look that they've shown us anything UI related. This is our first glance at the life bars in Tekken 8. Rage is still confirmed to increase the damage on every attack. Also, Rage Arts make a return, and like how it is in Tekken 7, it'll do more damage the less life you have. Though they did not mention if they still have armor like they currently do. Rage Arts also take away all recoverable health from the opponent, which we'll talk about in a bit. But this time around, Rage Drives are discontinued. Though you could already hit R2 for it. I hope you didn't like your down forward 1+2 move, because they unified all Rage Arts to that command. Second on the list is the Recoverable gauge. Tekken now has chip damage. You can inflict chip damage by doing big moves on block, such as Paul's down 1-2 charged, or Paul's 4-4-2-1 just frame. Aerial combos, aka juggles, also leaves the opponent with what seems to be about 40 to 50% recoverable health. Also, to top it off, if heat is activated, any move on block will cause chip damage. They mention how it's similar to the Tekken Tag series, but the gauge does not recover over time. You have to make contact either on block or hit to recover any health. You even recover health for each hit in a combo. It reminds me a bit of the rally system from Bloodborne. Though it's not an exact one-to-one comparison, the core idea of being rewarded with recoverable life by staying aggressive and getting your hits in after you've taken some damage is similar, which fits the theme that they are going for in Tekken 8. In case you were wondering, they have confirmed that chip damage does not kill, though it's going to make me wonder if that's going to be the same for key charge chip. Number 3 on the list, and I'm sure it's the one that everyone's waiting for, the heat system. Heat is a powered up state that a character has to activate. Heat is active for 10 seconds, but making contact freezes the heat timer, and it also freezes when the opponent is in a down state. There are 2 main ways to activate heat. Though there's technically 3, it kinda ties in with our first option, Heat Burst. Heat Burst is a single button attack done by pressing R1 if you're using a PlayStation controller, and it has slight advantage on block or on hit. And it does a tiny bit of chip damage as well on block. You can also use it in the middle of a juggle, and it'll act similar to how Bound did in Tekken 6. You can also do a raw activation with a Heat Burst cancel, though they haven't told us what the input is. My guess would be R1 while holding back. Both of these methods give 1 stock of heat energy upon activation. The next activation methods are from Heat Engagers. This activates only on hit when you land a Heat Engager attack. On average, they stated that there's about 5 per character, and this is the only way to gain 2 stocks of heat energy. Upon a successful Heat Engager, you are left with significant advantage right in your opponent's face. Also, from what we know now, in the second trailer, King hits his forward 2-1 Heat Engager, and it still gives him a wall splat. One thing I'm curious about though, can you still use a Heat Engager move without activating it when you still have the resource? You have 2 ways of cashing out heat energy. You can either use it for a heat smash or a heat dash. Heat smash are sort of like rage drives from Tekken 7, and they consume all available heat energy. Paul's heat smash is an enhanced demo man like move, scary because it comes from a low and makes me wonder how many characters will have a low heat smash. The other use is for heat dash, which takes only 1 stock of heat energy per use. Can only be used off of heat engagers and can still be used on block for frame advantage for mix-ups. They can even be a combo starter on hit. Some heat engagers' move properties will completely change to allow for a full combo when you cash out with a heat dash. Lastly, there are also unique character specific effects when heat is activated. Paul's down 1-2 normally just gives him chip damage, but when heat is activated it becomes a straight up guard break. Law has a nunchuck attack that only gives him a knockdown normally, turns into a whole ass launcher when he's in heat. King has a new run which doesn't give him Power Crush armor in his base form, but when he's in Ultra Instinct, it do. Unlike a normal Power Crush, it does not leave any recoverable gauge. They also note that he could force a mix between this throw and a mid. I'm gonna guess this is unbreakable, otherwise, why is it a mix? That was a lot of information to take in, so here's a quick recap of the heat system. There are 3 activation methods for heat. You have Heat Burst Cancel, and Heat Engager. Once activated, you have 2 ways of cashing out on heat energy. You have Heat Smash, which are like Raise Drives from Tekken 7, and Heat Dash, which you can use to cancel from a Heat Engager for pressure on block, a combo on hit, or for a combo extension. Also, every move you do when heat is activated causes chip damage. And finally, characters have their own unique specific effects when heat is activated. They didn't actually state how often you have heat available, if it's either once per round or once per game. My guess is that it's once per round, and it seems like this is their new take on Raise Drives from Tekken 7. But you have it from round start, so it's up to you on how you want to use it. You could go balls out and go for a big lead with the chip damage along with Heat Smash and Dash, or save it to try to make a comeback. It's a little bit scary because everything looks like a Raise Drive 2.0, but I'm pretty curious to see how players, along with their playstyles, can utilize this new system. As far as defensive mechanics go, Power Crush makes a return and it works hand in hand with the recoverable gauge. The main difference from Tekken 7 is that Power Crush now leaves the user with all recoverable health. They even recover a bit upon contact. The last thing they went over in the showcase are their 2 different controller styles. This is the section I'm least interested about, but basically there's a secondary layout called Special Style. And it's pretty much assist mode from Tekken 7. Previously in Tekken 7, Paul had L1+1 for a Shredder Kick launch, 2 for his back 1-2 screw, 3 for his Death Fist, and 4 for his Power Crush. Now, 1 will be his Heat Engager Death Fist, 2 will actually do a simple B&B, sort of like an auto combo from other fighters, 3 for his Power Crush, and 4 for a Power Low with Demo Man. This will help out new players get into the game, or help give them an idea on what to do with the character. A couple things I wanted to bring up before we jump into the character changes. This is a wall stage. Also, Magic 4 seem to have gotten a nerf. Might only be able to get a single hit for a follow-up here. Or maybe for characters that have a Magic 4 extension, you have to commit to the follow-up for a combo, which makes them riskier and more in line with some characters' Magic 4s that are already present in Tekken 7. My personal favorite change so far. Please leave Steve's back one alone. And other than the first trailer, we have not seen Screw. Screw seems to have gotten an updated animation that sends the opponent into a backflip and leaves them a bit closer too. Which makes sense to me with them adding in Heat Dash combo extenders that will obviously do a good chunk of wall carry. I'm just wondering if we call this new combo extender Screw, or if we'll come up with a new name for it. Alright, speedrun time for the character changes. Jack's back 2 is a Heat Engager, and his Heat Smash looks like it starts with his forward 2 animation, so it's probably a really strong 10 frame punish in heat state. Jin's 1+2 is a Heat Engager. We then see a forward 2 Heat Dash into back 3 forward Zen 2, which replaces his old one with a homing high attack. Jun, so far, they confirmed that this is her Rage Art. We see Kazuya's Heat Burst, and it seems to activate his Devil form. I'm curious to see what his character specific effects will be. King's forward 2-1 is a Heat Engager. And he has a new run that he could use for a mid or throw mix, and probably an attack for every other button too. Here's Lars' Heat Burst into a 4-4-3 Heat Dash combo. And he has a new low from Dynamic Entry that may be replacing the old one. Law has a new animation on his 1-1-2, new nunchuck attacks, and a new nunchuck Heat Smash. Nina has a new left kick homing attack that ballerina spins and can go into her crouch dash. A new sidestep 4-2 extension. Back 1-4 has an animation update on the second hit to become the new combo extender. And whatever the hell this new 4-3 string is also a new combo extender. Into a quarter circle forward 4-3, maybe 1+2, and she uses her guns now. Down forward 3-2 can now also go into her backsway. Her forward 1+2 Power Crush is also a Heat Engager, and here's a look at her Heat Smash. She also has her 4-4 follow-up after her down forward 3 off of her standing 4. A look at her Heat Burst. This is the same right kick as her new combo extender, which can also go into her guns and does chip damage. Running 3 also has a new ender that does the flip over spike. Of course, looking forward to Heat Dash, and there's a new extension offered down 2 as the new combo extender. And I just wanted to say her new rage art is so much better than her old one. Paul has a new animation on his back one too, probably to fit in with the new combo extender animation. Up Forward 2 also has a new animation and is much faster, and no longer a wall bounce because it's one of his heat engagers, if wall bounces are even still a thing. This is either his Sway 1 or Sway 1+2, which also got a new animation to fit with the new combo extender, and Down Bag 2 is also a new combo extender as well. Overall, I'm excited to be getting a new Tekken game with new things to play around with. It makes it feel new and not a Tekken 7 Season 69 or something. I feel as though the new Heat system has a lot to offer in terms of flair and player expression. Keep in mind this is the first time we're having recoverable health in a mainline Tekken game. All the crazy things we see might not be so bad. They already announced closed alpha tests for the upcoming TWT2023 tour. That means we get to see actual gameplay footage to see how all the new changes work in harmony together. Along with players' first impressions, maybe more information, and maybe a character reveal or two. Evo Japan is only a little over a month away. Well, either way, it's happening again. A brand new Tekken game. Alright, and well, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace!